So, can a sacred ancient lineage that's purported to be over 3,000 years old truly come out through an organization open to the public?
Yeah. I mean, that's such a great question because you, in a way, we don't fully have the answer to that. We are doing something that hasn't really been done before, and therefore it's just like we're in the process of learning how possible it is. However, we have the results that we have so far. And the results that we have so far are that there are a lot of teachings that can be brought forward this way. And one of the things that I think is truly remarkable about this process is that the unfolding doesn't stop being like a mystery school just because it's open to the public. And a lot of times I think people miss that. They start to see the public face. They say, okay, this is an institution. They have social media and marketing, and therefore it has now become like a business like any other business. And that's just simply not the case. If you get involved at all, you'll see it's actually a mystery school, and that it unfolds just like mystery school teachings unfold. Of course, there needs to be a recognition of what that actually looks like and feels like and all of that kind of thing. But that is the unfolding that's here. The outward reaching face, the business, the outreach that's done so that more people can be aware of the teachings, that looks conventional. But the way that the teachings are held is traditional. It's clear. It preserves the integrity of what the teachings are. An incredible amount of effort is put into the maintaining the integrity of the teachings because that's basically our job. If there is a job of the mystery school, that job is to maintain the purity and the integrity of the teachings. So to not do that means to basically like you destroy what it is that we're all here to do. So when in doubt, if it comes to putting something out in the world or holding it so that it maintains integrity, the integrity will be maintained. And you see that there's a number of different things that we don't do inside of the school because they would kind of distort the teachings. One of those is a lot of teaching online. There's a very limited number of things that we can actually do online because of the way that the teachings are maintained. So that would be one example of how integrity is maintained within the teachings. The other piece is that there are people who have stepped in all around the world. They are the leaders of the school. They are the people that make things happen. Their job and what they've committed their life to is being able to hold these teachings in a way that is clear. And each one of those people runs the risk, as we all do in life, but runs the risk of not being able to live to their chosen the way that they've chosen to do things. Because that's part of the risk of doing this. Part of the risk of doing this means that you can make a wrong choice. So we do this with love. We do this with strength. We do this with power. We do this with dedication. We hold to the traditions and we keep what is most important in them alive, knowing that there is the risk of there being something that interferes with that, either from inside, from outside, or from both. And so the job is to keep stepping up to the line with integrity and to hold in the best possible way. And whether there is a success or not in that in the long term or in any moment, I think it is extraordinarily rare to see people who are trying this hard to make sure that something this powerful lives in the world and is accessible to as many people as possible. And so I invite you to take a look at what's really happening, take a look at the degree of integrity that is here in the holdings of the teachings, and perhaps you'll find, like I found, that there is much more integrity in relationship to this work, these teachings, and this holding than there is virtually anywhere else in a spiritual institution.